What's up guys, great fight this week with Santiago Ponzinibbio taking on Michel Pereira, which has got to be fight of the night here. But before we get into it guys, this video is sponsored by Full Reptile Collective, brought to you by Dan Hardy. Head over to their website at fullreptile.co.uk where you can find anything from training gear, t-shirts, hoodies, all the way to coffee. For an exclusive 10% off, use Dan Said So at checkout. Make sure to also check out their YouTube channel for some of the best MMA content out there, bar my own. Let's get back to the video. Alright guys, let's start with Santiago Ponzinibbio because he's coming off a very close fight with Geoff Neal, which personally I actually thought Santiago won it. Santiago Ponzinibbio has an incredible resume, and you know he got absolutely knocked out by Li Jingliang, coming off a layoff as well I believe at that point, and then went to absolute war with Miguel Baeza. And the first round especially, Miguel Baeza was looking absolutely clinical, super sharp, butchering his leg, planting that jab in his face all night long until Santiago kind of turned the page. In that round 2 and 3, there Santiago's money makers right there, because he put the pace back on Baeza. He implemented his own kicking game, smashed his leg to bits, absolutely butchered it, made Baeza look very amateur in that third round especially, and the combinations he was throwing was absolutely ridiculous. His head movement is sublime. He doesn't take a lot of damage, which is one major good point about this fight here. But he does implement a lot of damage. He has very high volume, very crisp boxing. As I said, his head movement is very good. His footwork is better. Doesn't laterally move as much as I thought he would, as he did in his early days in the UFC. But I don't want to call him a plodder, but he's getting to that stage now where he knows where he can influence the fight more. And it's definitely within kicking range where he doesn't have to dart in and out, where he doesn't have to move laterally. He can do it, but lately he's just been absolutely chopping that tree and really digging that hip in. So Michel Pereira, where do we start with him? Came into the UFC and landed that flying knee over one of my personal favourites, Danny Roberts, and that devastated me. And then he got absolutely out-grappled by Triston Connelly, who came up 2 weight classes. I think Michel Pereira in that just absolutely gassed out. And that was a short-notice fight for Connelly. It's a bad loss to have on your record. And the other one, Diego Sanchez, he was whooping Diego Sanchez. Ignore that because Diego took an easy way out. Because it was easy way out, but still Michel Pereira threw an illegal strike, so Diego took the way out to get the win. Since then, Imadiov, Chaos Williams, Nico Price, and Andre Fiallo, which looking like a really good win to have on your record recently, because Andre Fiallo is looking like an absolute demon, knocking out Baeza, winning last week as well, and dude's an absolute monster. So Michel Pereira, what he's done is he's fine-tuned that I'm going to backflip off the cage, I'm going to spinning wheel kick every 30 seconds. He's actually stopped doing it. And he's looking like a true martial artist. He's looking like an absolute unit, a powerhouse. I don't know how he makes the weight for a start. But he has a real thing for upsetting people. Like that Fiallo fight was very, very good. Nico Price, great win to have on your record. Chaos Williams, managing to hold that power at bay as well. Like Randy Brown struggled, you saw that. Like Randy Brown was teeing off on Chaos Williams for the whole fight last week. And then just one shot, Chaos Williams sits him down. And that's what Pereira has as well. Pereira has that power in abundance. He has the creativity. If something's going wrong, do you know what? I'm going to mix it up. I'm going to be entertaining for the crowd. He can pull something out of nothing, which is a magical thing to have as a mixed martial artist and any combat sports athlete. So for me guys, Santiago Ponzinibbio should be the favourite. He is a better martial artist. He has much better technical striking. The only worry is Michel Pereira is unpredictable. He has those creative moments where if he doesn't slow down, if his gas tank is on point, he's going to do some real damage. He worked the body really well against Andre Fiallo as well. Like he was front kicking up the middle, teeping like continuously. He can chop the leg as well, but Santiago has got a lot more Thai boxing style towards his striking. He can use the range a lot more efficiently than Michel Pereira. Michel Pereira is just, he is the mover. He will dance around that octagon. He uses the capoeira kind of in and out movement, always dancing around, and I don't see him stopping that. I don't see him stopping the movement element to his game, but I do see him going 3 rounds quite hard. So I think Santiago Ponzinibbio's cardio is going to outlast Michel Pereira's cardio. I think the volume striking of Santiago is far more significant than anything Michel can throw. I think Michel is a very, very good mixed martial artist and very, very good athlete. But when it comes to technical ability, I think Santiago is the next level above. And I think that's going to show. I think he's going to be driven because he might feel a bit hard done by against that Geoff Neal decision. I know a lot of people had Santiago winning that fight. Not really, you know, it's a close fight, so you can't really argue robbery or anything like that. But it was he could feel hard done by. So I'm going Santiago Ponzinibbio, guys. Who have you got? I would not be surprised if a lot of people jump on Michel Pereira. He's on a 4-fight win streak and he's looking so much better. Let me know in the comments, guys, who you've got. Like the video if you have enjoyed it, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, and enjoy the fights, guys. Cheers.